Hey guys, I'm here to do a sort of story time, I guess, about Celine. So until recently, I just had one pair of Celine shades, which I should have got out to share with you, but I love them. They've got the gold triumphy thing on the side, they're oversized, they're tortoiseshell, delicious. And after going and buying those, I did have a hankering to look at the bag styles because I was kind of a bit bored of going back to the same brands over and over, Louis Vuitton, Mulberry, and I kind of had this itch to try Celine. So I was browsing the site, I've watched loads of reviews and stuff, and last September there were two bags and I was really torn. They're very different and I really wanted them both, if I was honest. But you know me, these days I do still buy luxury, but I try to buy mindfully. I don't buy the super brands because I'm sort of priced out in that, and I don't mean like I can't afford it. I mean, prices now are it doesn't connect with me. The value, it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not necessarily going to share that, but I have an internal ceiling for a bag, and that makes me look at different brands. And I kind of probably wouldn't again buy a leather bag from Dior, not that I have already, but Dior, Chanel. I've never bought Hermes. It's just too expensive for me. And so I wanted to look at Celine because I really like the aesthetic and the style. So last September I bought a bag and it didn't work for me because the quality wasn't great and it kind of put me off. But then I thought, is it because I bought online? Because I've said this to you before, I think sometimes the best pieces from a brand are not in the stock inventory that you get online. Some it's fine. And I sent it back and I just thought I would think about it and look at that bag in spring. And if you watched my recent shoulder bag chat video, I shared what the bag was. I went to London, I went into Selfridges, and I actually purchased it 6 months after I'd returned the first one, and I got it in person. And I love the bag, and the ones that they had in the boutique within Selfridges were really lovely. And I got the Romy or Roomy bag. It's empty at the minute. I've just taken everything out. So this is a squishy leather. I don't know what kind of leather it is. I should have done my homework, but I'll put it in the description box. It is a very, very supple, lightweight leather bag. It only has a shoulder strap, and I'm surprisingly okay with that. I mean, I still love to have a selection of crossbody options, but I don't feel the need anymore for it to be every bag, because then I think you restrict yourself and there's so many great bags that you maybe wouldn't consider because you think you must have always a crossbody strap. So this has just got a shoulder strap, but it's got loads of adjustments on it. So if you're really petite, you might want it shorter. With me, I like it on the longest setting, and I either carry it in the crook of my arm, up on my shoulder, and I like short shoulder bags like this because my arm kind of keeps them in place, or you can flick it out behind. I've really been enjoying this bag. So this is not an in-depth review. It's just a kind of a first impression because I've used it now for nearly 2 weeks. There've been a couple of days in bad weather where I've grabbed something else, but my stuff has all been in this for 2 weeks solid. When I first got it, I didn't really open the box or use it because I wasn't very well for a while and I just wasn't interested, to be honest. And also I think some things you have a very instant, oh my God, I can't wait to wear it. And some things you kind of save it, and I'm not sure what that's about. It's not that I wasn't sure about it. It was just, I'm not going to use that in shitty weather just for running around. I'm going to wait, bide my time, and then have another kind of experience of waiting for a bit and opening it. And it was really nice to do that. Anyway, so there are two sizes I was considering, the bigger one, the large, and this one. There isn't really a big price difference, but I never kind of go on that. I go on which is the right bag for me. And I've got two big Telfar kind of shopping bags that I absolutely love. I've got an Neverfull, a Fur Lepage tote, and a Louis monogram older tote. And I just thought the big slouchy one was so big and slouchy that it would literally be like a shoulder bag, like a tote. And I've kind of got that covered. And I thought a slightly smaller slouchy bag would be more summer friendly. And because it is smaller, that I don't have to just carry it on the shoulder, I can make the strap shorter and use it as a little top handle. and I'm really happy now that I've been using it with the size option. So as you can see, when it's empty, it's extremely slouchy. The bag, when it came, looks super east-west and rectangular, which I actually really love. And it's only that thick. That is the shape of the bag. But obviously, because of the way they have these rigid corners up here, it encourages the, when you hold the strap, for the center of the bag to drop and these stay up. So it's very, you can even get the slouch where it's on my lap and the top of the bag is touching the bottom of the bag. Can you see? And when you look on the website, this is what the bag looks like. If you're not comfortable with that level of slouch, this is probably not the bag for you. But it's just so, it's so understated. It's so beautiful. I love tan leather with contrasting stitch. That's my thing. It's got very understated minimal gold hardware. It just says Celine there and on there. And then it's foiled here, Celine Paris. And then it is on the zip too, but it's really tiny. And I love how simple it is. That's the other reason why for me the big one wouldn't work out, because there's no interior slip pocket or anything. It is just one big compartment, and with the big one, I think I would need to even put like a toiletry 26 type things to organize your stuff, or it would just become like a bottomless pit. And I don't mind the bottomless pit thing in my totes because they've got a bit of structure. This is just going to be a beautiful mess, as they say. And for me, I was a bit overwhelmed by the bigger one. But I will link Christina Braley's video when she reveals hers. She's got the bigger one. And Luxury in Life in the Middle has got the bigger size. And I just fell in love with them when they revealed them. I think that might have even been the first time that I saw this bag. And I went and researched and realised that I would like the smaller one. So yeah, 6 months after first buying it and then sending it back, I'm happy with the one I got. I got exceptional service in Selfridges. I don't know if all Celine locations, standalone boutiques or whatever are like that, but I've been in there before with a friend when I went to try this bag on the first time before I even ordered the online one, and the other bag I'm going to tell you about. And they were just so friendly but informal and low key. And I even said that first time we went in there, we're just looking, I'm not sure what I want and I want to go home and think about it. And even after I said that, they offered us, would you like to sit down? Would you like, it was a really hot, a warm day. Would you like a drink? Would you like coffee, champagne, some water? They gave us a card with, you know, with details on, and I just thought that was really classy. And so I was really happy to go back to that location to give them the business. And so I'm really enjoying this. I just love it. I don't really know what else to say. I'm so rusty on old school bag videos, but yeah, this is my first Celine bag and I love it. Okay, moving on. This is what started the other one. So when I first tried this bag on, and I was a bit about just having a shoulder strap with such a kind of expensive everyday bag, if you like. And the lady there said, well, there's no specific loops for it, but you can clip they sell straps in this classic tan color, like guitar straps, and there are quite a few nice ones. There's one with tiny little Arc de Triomphes dotted around on it, but it's really subtle. Then there's another one with Celine written on the strap in like brass studs, which was a bit much for me. So that's something I will consider in future. It doesn't look too bad. You can either take this strap off, which I didn't really like, or you can just, where there's a bit of a gap, sort of here, you can add a crossbody strap. But I'm surprised that I haven't really felt the need. I've just been, if you are close with me and we talk to each other about handbags, you will know that the dilemma was between that bag and this bag. And what made me want this bag originally was that same first trip into Selfridges over a year ago where I tried on the Romy and I saw this and it looked so much better in person than when I'd seen it on Instagram and videos. And I was like, oh, that is really cute. And I tried it on and I said to my friend, because I've often got a bit of a thing about that, I was like, am I too big for that bag? And she said, well, no, you've looked at like the Louis Vuitton version, the Louis meaning the Speedy 20. So you're going to know what it is. And I just thought, why not do something a bit more of an original flex? The Speedy 20, any Speedy is a great bag, totally. But I have a Speedy 30, so I was wanting a smaller one again, having stupidly sold my Monogram 25 a couple of years ago in a phase where I wasn't into Monogram. But I just thought that this was better because it was a bit different and unfamiliar to me. So it was more novel. I've had a load of Speedies. I know every detail on a Speedy. It's not really a surprise. It's just a lovely practical option. Didn't really like the mad straps that come with that. Again, this bag I bought online about a month or 6 weeks ago now. And I'll show you the flaw on this perfect one. Something on it was wonky, and it was really wonky. And I asked everybody on Instagram, and I even said to my husband, look at this new bag. And I didn't say anything, and he was like looking at it, and he said, it's all wonky. And I thought, oh no, if he notices and he's oblivious. So, yes, I'm going to show you. Excuse me. Same sort of dust bag. Nice box. Lots of felt protectors and stuff, like protecting all the hardware. And then 2 envelopes. One is just a courtesy thing, and one is my receipt. To reveal the cutest little bag I have bought for a long time. The Boston in the Triumph canvas. So I wanted, after getting my sunnies, I wanted something with the Triumph, but I wanted it to be subtle. You know, their classic, what used to be called the box bag. They replaced that very square plain lock with the big Triumph. And I just think, I'm not a fashion addict, but I just thought, do I want one of those? When I fall out of love with it, they're very structured. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I wanted a little Speedy. I wanted a cute casual bag to replace the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs Mini, which I ultimately felt was too novelty for me and my style. So I wanted another little canvas bag, but that looked like a handbag, not a mini rucksack, which I didn't ever wear as a rucksack. I wore it crossbody. Part of me thinks it's cute still, part of me thinks it's a bit weird. So I wanted to get this. It is gorgeous. So it is a little canvas bag. It is about the same dimensions as the Speedy 20. I think it's slightly taller. I can't remember. I watched so many comparison videos. So it's a little bit slimmer that way, and it's a little bit taller. The zip comes down a little bit to the side so that, again, it's easy to see everything. It was nicely stuffed. So again, I ordered it, I sent it back. I thought I'll order it one more time, and if this one isn't good, I will go to London and buy one in person. It's got a little kind of slip pocket there, quite small. You could fit possibly a card holder in there, maybe. Don't even know if it would fit that. It's just lined in the nice kind of cottony interior of the canvas. It's got lovely leather trim. Again, this is like a pre-treated tanned leather, so you don't have to worry about it and wait for it to patina and worry about it being even. That was a big sell for me, but it still has that summery two-tone look, and it's got white contrast stitching. It says Celine Paris here, and on the first one I got, the whole of this bit was like totally crooked, and that's why I sent that one back. It's really nice. The handles, when they're up, have Celine Paris on the hardware there, and then when they're down, they're curved so that they just follow the contour of the bag. Previously, this bag, you just had like I think there was a little loop like you get, a little D-ring like you get on the Alma BB, or not, and you just hook the strap in that kind of diagonal way, which can be a bit weird sometimes. What they've done now is moved the loop down onto the side of the bag, so that's where the bag strap attaches, and you do get a leather adjustable strap, which has got, again, that contrast white stitching, which I love. And this is plenty long enough for me. I do wear it, however, on the longest setting, and you've got a nice fully swivel, so you don't have to worry about putting it the right way. Chunky kind of lobster claw that says Celine just there on the barrel. I felt this was $1,300, and I thought that was a really good price for what it is. So yeah, I did buy both of these bags online and return them, and then buy them again. And the people that served me in Selfridges said that or they hinted that, you know, you're going to get maybe a better piece, or you can look at a couple of pieces if you go in store. And I've heard this from loads of essays from different brands, including Louis Vuitton, who say, yeah, the best stuff doesn't go on the website. I'm not into Pusheen, by the way. This is Cece's. So there you go. I like to wear it crossbody, or I like to wear it long on the shoulder, but mostly I just kind of carry it like that. And although it is a little bag, I will hold up some everyday items so you can... It fits like sunglasses in a case. It fits... I don't have a full length wallet, but I think if you put jiggery pokery, you could put it in there. You can't... Lots of people always ask me this. Let's have a look. And oh yeah, to compare, even though they're nothing alike. So this is the Medium Romy, and then this is its little friend. And you'll notice that the leather is the same. Well, it is actually the same as the more thicker, rigid leather on these parts of the bag. And they did show me, they did put this strap onto the Romy, and it does look good. If you were going through an airport or something and you were like, I just need this to be crossbody right now, I would do it. But this is quite a heavy bag. When it's not a heavy bag at all, it's very light, but I've put quite a lot in here, so now that I'm raising my arm, it's quite heavy. And I think this strap is maybe just a little bit too thin for this bag. Like, it's thinner than the shoulder strap that comes with it, in sort of width, but also how thick it is. So I think if I decide in the future that I do want a crossbody strap for this, I'll just go back to Celine and buy one of those long, slightly thicker, like 1.5 inches, nice guitar strap. I do like a strap like that if it's leather. Like, I have the Louis Vuitton one that's black on one side and monogram on the other side. So I'm on the fence about that because they are quite pricey. But if it made the bag work for me, then I would. But so far, I haven't really felt the need to try this crossbody. This, again, being a tiny little bag, I will just pack my everyday essentials briefly, and then we'll wrap this up. So I've had good service. When I was disappointed that this was wonky, I actually contacted customer service, and she said, when you place your order with me on the phone, and we will get it double checked before it leaves the warehouse. And they did, you know, do that. And she sent me a thing saying, you'll get tracking soon, but in the meanwhile, it's been manually checked and sent out now. So I felt like they did, and she was very apologetic. So sometimes you just need it to be acknowledged, don't you? And then you don't hang on to any resentment, and you're happy to still shop with that brand. Little mulberry wallet, the same size as like a zippy wallet. Can you see the size there? I have to have that. I have to have my key fob and 4-ring key holder. Sunnies, Ray-Bans in a case. If I had like my Celine's, the case is massive. I would just transfer them into a soft case that I've got. SPF, gum, my phone. What else would I... Maybe a coin purse, and there's still loads of room. And this is easier for me to deal with than the Palm Springs Mini. I enjoyed that bag, but I did feel like you had to Jenga the items because you were coming at it from that like front flap when you unzip the bag. I'm really super... I'm going to wear this tonight because I'm going around to my friend's house for dinner, and she loves this and she hasn't seen it yet. So I love the Triumph. It's quite subtle. I'm really happy with my 2 Celine bags, and I don't really do proper technical bag reviews. This is just to show you what I've got and how I kind of chose them, and I'm really happy with my 2 pieces. I don't think I need any more. I don't think, oh, now I need a black bag from Celine. I'm not really like that anymore. My kind of... Where I'm at with bags, I really do consider and think long and hard before I spend money on things, and I feel like I'm getting better at it. Even with my clothing, I've hardly had to buy any summer clothes because I really like everything I bought last year, and anything that didn't work was donated or whatever. And now I need to buy less every season because I'm just still wanting to use pieces like these Hush sweatshirts. I've got like 10 in different colors. So I just kind of get the pastels out in summer and put the autumnal colors away. And then you just need to add a few things, and therefore you've got the budget to buy more quality. So although I'm not buying super, super high luxe bags, to me, these are a real luxury, a real treat to own. And I make sure that now things are suited to my just everyday lifestyle, so I can enjoy them all the time instead of buying things that don't really work. So this was my sort of Celine haul, if you like, and apart from that, I did buy one bag a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to reveal that to you in a future video, and talk about why I got that. And there was some issues. It was another bag that I've previously ordered and then sent back, and there was issues around the strap length, and I've got some solutions for that, and I thought it would be useful to share that with you in a video. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.